All right, so we have item 8, City to Sea West safety improvements. Do we have staff here for this? Yes, we do. So there was, you've read the report, there was two community boards involved in this safety improvements, mainly around the cycle route through the area, and they were both agreeable to it. So have you got any introductory remarks for us?
Yes, I do. So for those who don't know me, I'm Dave Little. I'm the Red Zone Manager, and I've got with me today Sam Morris, who's our Project Manager for the City to Sea Pathway, as well as Lachlan from Transport, who's helped input into all of the technical details around the reports.
Yep.
Just to give a quick overview, there's quite a lot of detail in the report, but the long and the short of it is that to get the City to Sea West portion of the pathway completed from Fitzgerald Ave through to Porritt Park, there are 3 road crossings involved in that, one at Stanmore, one at Swans, and one at Gayhurst. They're generally in line with the regeneration plan, which called for road crossings associated with the pathway, and we've done a whole lot of work and consultation on the safest ways to provide those. There was a lot of resolutions required from the community boards, as well as from council, based on the delegations and how they're split. But as an overview, the remaining decisions are around the signalisation of a crossing at Stanmore Road, as well as minor alterations to the network cycle path.
And the minor alterations?
It's to do with on and off ramps at the crossings, and a slight extension of one on Gayhurst Road.
They came up in the community board deliberations.
Yes, they did.
Addressed at the time and agreed on at the time. So we're really only voting on the signalisations today.
Okay. Awesome. Sorry, I thought the on-off ramps, because they're considered a new cycle lane, that they had to be delegated under council.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm happy to move it. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Clallan. Any questions? Councillor Johansson?
Thank you, and thank you for the work that you've done on this. I just have one question, which is, when will the community or us as elected members be able to see the preliminary route designs for the Atakara Avon MCR? Because I just feel a little bit uncomfortable with approving these crossings and this route without knowing where the other MCR in close proximity is going to go. So is there a time frame for when we'll know what those other crossings are that are going into this area?
Well, I'm from the transport unit, but no, I don't think I can speak to that with any clarity.
Is it fair to say that the 2 teams are working together not to overlap work? So if the other MCR was going to conflict with this in any way, you'd know. Is that fair enough question?
From my perspective, we were working with Clary, who's running the MCR project. My understanding is that it's not currently being progressed, so there was overlap up to around a year ago, and when that's picked up again, we're certainly happy to look at how the overlap might work, but at the moment this one's well ahead of the MCR.
Thank you.
So my understanding is the preliminary routes have been considered, but what I'm frustrated with as the local councillor who's been in a governance role to make decisions, I cannot see what that assessment has shown, and I cannot understand why staff will not provide it, given that we're talking about a need for greater transparency, but also as decision makers, I can't understand why we can't access it when staff have access to it. So is it possible to get that circulated so at least we can see?
Follow it up.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Any more questions? It's been moved and seconded. Is there any debate? All right, I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Opposed? That's carried. Thank you.
Kia ora.
And that takes us